Elephant in the room. I got a haircut. Guys, Clint's real.
Yeah.
This is Greg.
Yeah, this is.
Hi.
But this is Greg. This is not Clint.
Not Clint. I am Gregory Sokol Hernandez.
No, but you are a huge giant movie star, and you are here for a very large reason.
So huge.
Our absolutely favorite uncredited extra.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Were you doing the intro?
Yeah, hit us with the intro.
Hit us with the intro.
Hi, full-time MFers. Welcome back to Full-Time Movie Fans. I'm your host, Jarvis, and this is my co-host, Michael, and over there is our guest, Greg.
So happy to be here.
I'm Jarvis. Oh, wait. I'm Greg.
Wait, which one?
No, I'm Greg.
That means
Who's
I'm
Greg?
that means I'm still Michael.
You're Squidward. He's Squidward.
As always, my hair is crazy. I was planning on getting a haircut before we recorded, and my barber was apparently not available this weekend. So
Everybody who cares about Jarvis's hair, let him know in the comments.
I'm going to comment about the hair.
dude, I care about my hair. It's so bad right now.
So we're talking about The Long Game now on Netflix. We are not sponsored to talk about this, but we're talking about it because Greg was in it. For 3 minutes in.
Greg was
Hi.
in the. He's a
I'm-
movie star.
I'm in the
Actually,
movie.
this is your second time being in a movie.
This is my second film, but my first nationally distributed silver screen debut.
Which one feels a little bit more special to you of the two?
This one, I'm sorry.
Damn. Hey, Greg,
one-
remind
the
me
one
to
I-
give you less speaking parts next time.
The movie that's on Netflix. Wow.
the movie that it's that, like, I don't know, I did my stunt work for the first time. I have been distributed nationally for something.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be credited, but then I wasn't for the movie. Yeah, it was kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean
it
that's
was nice to have friends and family go to a movie theater and be like, oh shit, there he is.
you've been in
For 14
more
seconds.
movies.
Like 14 seconds.
Yeah, you've been in more movies than anybody else in this room. So
I don't know. Sybil might.
Sybil.
She was an extra in a lot of things.
oh, okay, that I did not know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Day player work.
The more you know.
We're out there.
Did you want her to replace Greg?
Be our
Wait.
next guest. But here we are. Okay, so full-time movie fans, we're back, and this is a very special episode because of this is our first time having a guest / movie star
Hi.
as a guest. Also, you two have been friends for
Too long.
forever.
Over half of our lives
Too
now.
long.
Very long time.
Yeah, so this is extra close.
Some
to
might
the-
ask when the suffering ends, and I say, whatever I've done to receive this eternal torment, I am deeply sorry.
It's really funny because my dad wishes he was his son.
Oh man, can't say that.
Depending
I've
on
ever
the
been
day,
there.
I agree.
Depending on the day.
Speaking of dads, the Long Game
Yeah.
has a lot of
Oh, it's a lot of dad
dads.
stuff.
Yeah, lots of
a lot
dads.
It's a
things
ton
in
of
here.
dad. It's a good dad movie. My dad particularly loved that movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I was supposed to watch it with you guys in the theater, right?
Yeah, we invited
Yeah.
you. I think
Yes.
you were
Yeah.
working or something.
no,
Yeah,
you had
I-
a meeting.
I originally thought that I was going to make it, and then work stole my life. Sucked all the life out of me that day.
It does that.
Yeah. Classic work.
But you've watched it more recently, so why don't you give us your
watched it
your
a
impressions?
few hours ago. I mean, so here's the thing about this movie. This is it's based off a true story.
Yes.
Like a lot of movies
Yeah.
that have been made are based off of true stories. It's in the same vein, I would say, as like Remember the Titans. Isn't there a movie with Denzel called The Great Debaters?
Probably.
Or the Master Debaters?
No.
Is what's it called?
I'm going to say yes.
It's so early to
masturbators.
be going for this.
Sorry. Are you already done with my
so
nonsense?
early for this one.
But it's again. So what I mean by it's similar is that it's about a minority group who are very disrespected and reviled in their white communities.
Yep.
And it is a story about them overcoming and putting the white people in their place and coming out victorious.
That is what it is supposed to be.
This
Yes.
is what every sports movie is.
That's what.
Yes.
The only thing that brings races together is sports.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
That's
the,
the theme of
the only
every
two
sports
races,
movie.
The only two things that bring racism to an end: sport movies, sports,
There's
yeah,
sports. Yeah.
Sports, yeah.
bonding in war battle.
Okay, war.
That's it.
War.
The only two things.
And this movie has both.
And this movie has
Kind of,
both
yes.
mildly. Well, if you think about it, it
There's a
does
reference.
because that's how white savior Dennis Quaid
Yeah,
meets.
hops in and says, "Hey, no, you guys have to conform to being white."
Yeah,
Anyways, we'll get back to that.
Yeah. So it's in that same vein of movie. So it's not new or groundbreaking in that sense. It's still a good story that does involve this. This one is also rooted here in Texas, which
Yeah, it's based on the story, The Mustang Miracle, which was a book. It all happened in Del Rio, Texas, which is, I think, like 5 or 6 hours from here.
it's a ways.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's quite a ways away. I actually it was really funny. So I went and saw this movie twice in theaters. I saw it the first showtime that I was able to see it on the Thursday that it came out the day before with Michael, Sybil, and like a few other friends, and it was really nice. And then I saw it the second time the next day with my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, my brother-in-law's mother, and then a couple other mutual friends. And when we were there the second time, well, when we were there the first time, there's nobody in that theater. It was literally, it's literally
It's true,
like
there was like
the
10 people.
Yeah, there's 10 people in there. 6 of them I invited.
Nice.
But the second time it was actually packed out. The people sitting behind us, one of them.
They recognize you immediately.
No.
Oh my gosh!
So there he is.
There he is. People are talking before the movie. There's a kid behind us whose grandfather is one of the guys in the movie that the story is based on. He's one of the guys. I forget which one he actually was. The one that the other Gregory was playing. I believe that was his grandfather. And they were from Del Rio. There was a few other people in there from Del Rio. And then my dad goes, "He's in the movie."
How did that make you feel?
I sunk in my chair.
Well, I don't think you should sink in your chair. I think you should sit tall and proud, because
Not a lot of people get paid to commit hate crimes.
Yeah, your
So true.
your scene came early.
Yeah, it was.
And it left a big impact on.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you
Film history. I mean, just say it.
played
Big impact on
a
film
hoodlum
history.
really well. A
A little too well.
bully, yeah. Did you?
Well, when
did
you've
you
been
pull,
on the receiving end of it, it's really easy to go to the other side and know what to do.
to pull from your experiences?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a very good movie. It gives you those satisfying moments that you want from that type of movie. It's like, yeah, they showed them, and it also gives you those moments of, oh, those bad guys are so mean. You
Yeah,
know
and
what I
like
mean?
the
When they're
music is
cheating for
swelling,
love.
and like the moments, and like
I remember getting really mad at several points, which is what you're supposed to do in those situations, like in
like
the diner.
oh, these racists, I hate them.
Hate racists. Don't do it. Don't be that guy. And you know what? Being an honorary Hispanic / Mexican, being here in San Antonio.
Hold on.
and the
Wait.
reason- and
No,
the-
back up. Wait. Explain that to me. What
Okay.
do you mean?
Because here's the thing, being as dark skinned as I am, and looking the way that I do here in San Antonio, nobody ever guesses, hey man, you're Korean, right? Or you're Asian. Very rarely does I get that. Here in San Antonio, I am as Hispanic as everybody else, because that's what they assume. Like, I've had so many people just start speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like, whoa, Korean, not not Mexican.
I have the opposite problem, Jarvis. People think I'm white.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think you're.
That's the whole reason I got cast in this movie is because they thought I was white,
and you're not.
and I'm not.
Yeah. So very subversive, flipping expectations on their head. So I say that I could relate to this movie a little bit. I got made fun of for my ethnicity as a kid, but again, it's I feel like up until COVID, Asians were kind of like
Chill vibers.
okay, yeah, like they weren't catching any strays or any heat from any other communities, but COVID really did us set us back.
That's bad PR.
But this movie, it was a good watch. It was a good watch. Would I buy it on Blu-ray? Probably not. Sorry, I probably wouldn't buy it on Blu-ray.
I don't get any residuals. I don't care.
But overall, I'll say, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say yes to
To
the question of did you watch this movie?
did you watch this movie? Yes, I did.
I did watch this movie, and yeah, I think you should watch it. I think it's definitely worth at least one good watch.
Yeah.
You know, with your phone in your pocket, not out. You know, looking at it.
Because if you do, then you'll miss the 14 seconds you could possibly see Greg in it.
That's so true.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is you should definitely watch it and find Greg and freeze frame it to where he's making a funny face and then post it online.
And then do that.
And yeah.
Well, thanks for asking the question, guys. What do I think about the movie? That was really.
That was
I
literally
was going
before
to.
you. I was about to.
What are your thoughts?
So,
Questions, my man.
you know, I think any movie that's theme is conformity is very helpful for any minority community.
Oh,
This is a really great
The,
like case in point for like, you know, if you want to respect your heritage and succeed, probably shouldn't try. You know, that's the message that I really got from the movie.
I wanted to point out that the title of the movie,
The Long Game.
which is what
you're doing
any
you're playing the
minority
long game. You have to
has-
play the long game.
yeah, in the history of America, it's getting equality in
Yeah.
America is the long game.
Oh my
For
god,
one
it's
way.
just like the name of the movie.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of meta of them.
That is, yeah,
Deadass didn't think about it until you said it. So
pretty
good job,
it's pretty
Jarvis.
good, Jarvis.
Hey,
I think it was just a
what I do.
little. I think it was a little more heavy-handed on the hey, just be white instead of
It was very,
trying to
It-
help
it
them
was
on
very-
the
yeah.
And
on
I
the
can-
path to being themselves in despite of
But-
what people
But isn't
are trying to tell them
but
to
that's,
do.
there's a lot of truth to that though. You have to be somebody else so that you earn the right to be yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not-
if I could speak to the because I went and saw this movie with older people who had a different perspective. Because when the younger people that I saw it with the day before, we walked out of that movie. That's the idea we had. We're like, wow, really heavy-handed on the whole conformity to get what you want. You know, ashamed of all that. But you know, walking out of that theater with, my brother-in-law's mom, whose mother was a Mexican immigrant, who basically had to do that.
Yeah.
And her parents were like that. My mother, who is an immigrant and has had to do that kind of thing, and then my father, whose family was immigrants as well. Like, so they all understand because back then it didn't, even in like northern parts, being a Croatian, you're still an Eastern European, you're still a white person, but there's still like a discriminatory against it culturally. So when we came out of the theater and they were all talking about, like, my brother-in-law's mother was crying coming out of that theater because of how touched she was about their story being told in that conformity.
yeah.
But like Michael was saying, we all feel that they're just telling you to conform to get what you need. But anyway, I'm not going to put words in his mouth.
Please don't. He doesn't like that.
I think
Try.
the problem, yeah. I think the problem is not with them addressing the conformity issue. I think
No.
the problem is more so the fact that was the entire like, hey, this is messed up. You should conform. Instead of being like, hey, we totally get it. This is not the right way to be doing things. We have to do this before we can do this. You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is a proven way that we've figured out to get past this problem. It's just, nope, this is the end game. Be white. That's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
answer.
Yeah,
that's
not
my qualm.
It felt like every like massive story beat was that.
Yeah.
Like when
It was,
they're
oh no, they're not respecting us. Be white.
Yeah, I mean, Be White is not a good solution.
It's not a good solution at
We
all.
need another Croatian alternative to
The Aryan solution.
yeah.
some people would say that.
Some people.
I mean, the people in the movie in that time frame would.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's still. This is one of those things. And look, man, we don't want to get into like hung up on. It's hard not to talk about it because it's a main crux of the movie.
It's the crux.
Right. We don't want to like start fights in the comments, but we want to hear from you. But I will say this, and if you don't believe this, you're 1,000% wrong. Racism is still an issue in our country today. I mean, has it gotten better? You could argue yes, but there's still. I mean, you don't have to go very far outside of San Antonio, which is where we are, Texas. Which I believe one of the guys. I was watching the end credits, and he ended up here in San Antonio. Anyways, that's the end credits of the movie, so watch it. But you don't have to go very far outside of San Antonio to find some people who are not big fans of.
You don't have to go
I was
very
gonna
far
say, brother,
into
you
San
don't gotta
Antonio.
leave.
Well, I would say it's just more prevalent.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
In like as a majority, because I feel like San Antonio. I'll say that I moved out of San Antonio for a while, and it wasn't. I went to a very white part of our country in the Midwest, and when I came back, I was like, "Wow, there's a lot of Mexicans down here," and I didn't really notice that before because this is where I grew up.
Yeah.
So, but apparently, in this movie, there's a lot of people that didn't like Mexicans. There are a lot of people that still don't.
Yeah.
I guess,
Apparently.
depending on I don't know.
Yeah.
Ruralness of
I think I agree with you. We don't want to get too into that, but what we do want to get into?
yes.
The plot.
The plot of this movie.
Greg, why don't you take it away, being the expert on it?
Yeah, of course. Having read the script in its entirety from preparation.
Hey, you.
How'd you like that episode? Did you like it?
You like movies? You like this one?
Do ya?
You should subscribe to this
Yeah,
channel right
like
now.
Also, as well.
Yeah. You got friends? Yeah, you do.
Do you? Hopefully.
Show it to them.
Prove
Show
it.
this to them.
Prove it to us. You got friends.
There's other videos to watch too. Why don't you watch those if you're so cool?
Yeah. Prove you're not a bot. Leave a comment.
Nerd.